And we're going to wait for the stalkers to spawn. Again, like I said, the commando is the main one you want to use for these. Also, because stalkers count towards the commando's perk progression, it's recommended that if you do have a commando on your team, you save the stalkers for them. You're not going to be helping anyone by taking out the stalkers if you're not using an AK. If there is a commando or someone on your team who can use those towards progressing their perks. So it's kind of important. I guess it's just kind of a courtesy thing as a teammate. If you have a commando that's trying to level up his commando, you let him take care of the stalkers. Of course, there's the expectation that he does handle the stalkers before they become a problem. So, as you see here, they're highlighted in red as a commando when they get close, which makes them really easy to spot. I don't know if you can hear it really well, but you can also hear if you listen. That noise that they make is pretty distinctive, so you can hear them coming sometimes before you can even see them. And if you notice here, kind of this whole spray and pray thing works actually pretty well, because they're very weak units. It's just a matter of spotting them. And you can kind of see their outline even as they're farther away before they come into view. And that's what you would see if you're not a commando. So you only see this red outline as a commando, and it's part of your ability to see close units. It also works on the paper. I don't know if you can see it, but it's also pretty easy to stun these units. If you have a powerful weapon, you can stun stalkers by hitting them once. It works a lot with the sharpshooter, you'll see this. And they'll just kind of droop forward and hang their heads in shame until you get a chance to shoot them again. So it makes them pretty easy to stop them there. Next up, we're going to have here some bloats. I'm going to switch to medic, and there's a reason for this. Medics and berserkers have a natural immunity to bloat bile. And so this makes them like kind of the perfect candidate for dealing with these things. And let's see here. If I want to get a second weapon, I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm just going to stick with the 9mm pistol because it should be more than adequate to deal with these bullets. Just kind of to demonstrate how weak they are, how easy they are to handle. We're just going to go ahead and stick to the 9mm pistol. And I'm going to get rid of this thing because I don't need it. But yeah, bloats, they can absorb a lot of damage, but at the same time, they're very weak against headshots. They're very slow targets, and easy to avoid. The only thing you have to worry about is them backing you into a corner and puking on you, basically. If they get too close, they can puke on you. It will temporarily blind you, and it can do a lot of damage, especially in harder difficulties. Right now, in this difficulty, they're not going to do a whole lot of damage, and since I'm playing as medic, I have that natural immunity to bloat bile. It's almost 100%. At this level. I'm at level 5. At level 6, it is basically 100%. And the worst it's going to do as a medic is it's going to do some significant damage to your armor. You have very tough armor as a medic, so it's really not such a big deal as a medic dealing with these things. Berserkers also have that natural immunity, and they're really good for that because you can run up and close quickly and decapitate one with a katana or something without taking a whole lot of damage. The worst that's going to happen as a berserker medic is they're going to do some damage to your armor. You know, if you don't have armor, it's going to hit your health, but again, it's not such a big deal unless you're a medic and the health thing comes into play. Because the armor is the main thing. The berserkers have a natural immunity to all of them. So as you can see here, they've kind of puked on me, and I've only taken like 3 points of armor damage from that. Again, that's kind of that natural medic immunity to it. I'm just kind of running here to get them all to group up behind me, because it makes them easy pickings. And as you can see them coming down here, I'm going to tap them in the head a few times, and their head comes right off. And once their head's off, they can't puke on you anymore. It makes them pretty much pointless. They're useless. They can't even attack you. They just wander around until they die. So, as you can see, I mean, they're really quite easy to deal with, even if they are kind of intimidating, you know, with their size. But ultimately, as long as you have a strategy, they're never a really big problem. They're also kind of good if you want to get a lot of points for damage points towards different perks. Because their ability to absorb a lot of damage, you can do a lot of things by shooting them. And again, you get 2 times damage with a headshot. As a sharpshooter, you get more than 2 times damage with a headshot. And especially with these 9mm pistols and stuff like that, they're very precise weapons, you know, contrary to what you would think of a pistol. It allows you to be really precise here and take heads. It also works pretty well in Commando. The Scar, for example, anything with a red dot sight. It's laughably simple to take these guys out, even on harder difficulties. Try and speed up here so they don't take forever. I probably should have grabbed another weapon. Alrighty, with them finished off, they're just going to die there without their heads, and the wave will be over. Alright, and next up, I believe we're going to have Sirens. These guys can actually pose kind of a challenge, you know, especially since I have them spawning nothing but Sirens on a wave. It's pretty particularly nasty. Sirens are quite nasty units. They have that tendency to spawn in groups, and when they do that, they can sneak up on you and deal kind of massive damage in a very short period of time. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick an M14 EBR for this and go with Sharpshooter, just because it's like I said, it's kind of a difficult prospect here to fend off all of these screamers, basically. And with the EBR, it's going to make it a little bit easier on me. The main thing is that you want to focus on taking off their heads at a distance, or you want to take them off you know, as they round a corner or something. They can't scream through walls. So if you kind of lurk around a corner and make them come up close, that allows you to get close really quick, take off their head, or just kind of fill them with lead really quickly. They do absorb a fair amount of damage for their size, which makes them, again, kind of dangerous, especially if they sneak up on you in a group and start screaming. You get 3 of those things on normal or hard, and it'll end you up pretty quick. It'll kill you. I believe this is on normal right now, so they can do quite a bit of damage to me if I get too close. On beginner, I don't believe they actually do any damage at all. So, you know, if you just want practice killing them, do it on beginner difficulty, and they don't actually do any damage to you.
Put it to good use.
So as you see here, you know, I'm just kind of taking them out really quickly with a lot of high DPS weapons. Work really great. You can take out their heads at a distance. And as you see there, they're actually bypassing my armor. They just did about 12 health points of damage to me without even hitting my armor. It took some more. So try to get out of the way here quickly before they can